Hello there, welcome to another talk, another meditation, another podcast. And today's one, you might think that it's not going to be a good one because of the title or picture, but it's not. It's not how it appears, and many things aren't how it appears because how it appears to you is based on your perceptions, and it's to do with that. But game over. What do I mean? Why? This idea for this. It's weird because when I was thinking about this talk, I looked on Google for like gaming pictures, and the title of the talk was just this title, Game Over. I didn't know I was going to find this. But game over, I'm talking about in terms of what's going on the planet, what's going on as a whole, even on personal levels for individuals. Game over in terms of this mass spiritual awakening that's going on, and it means the end. It's game over for the old self. It's like the twin flame thing. Twin flames, I mean, it's just a theory, for lifetimes might have just been like sexual affairs that people had and were like secrets. Right, especially if the person was married to someone else, because in, like olden days, you didn't leave your wife, but, what she doesn't know, you know what I mean? And because it does feel to me like the twin flames have been separate for a bit of time. But I don't know anything, it's just my imagination it's coming from. I mean, you can get some people that might might cheat on their partner with someone, but the person that they cheat and they go with, they've got more of a connection with. But now there's a reuniting, not just with that, but it's to do with the awakening. It's like people having sexual affairs. This is not what this talk's about, but it's because you know something's not right within you. So you don't know what you're looking for, really. You don't even know why you're doing it, but it's because something within is longing for something. You see? Not telling people to cheat on their partners, but I'm just saying that, there's always a reason for everything. You know what I mean? And maybe the twin flames in past lives were, it could have been like that, especially if it was like 1930s and you're with, I mean, them days people didn't really cheat, and like Nikola Tesla apparently did love a woman, but she was with someone anyway, might have been married, I don't know, but, and so in them days, if she was married, then that was it. She was tied down to that one person. But now there's the real marriage is the twin flames, but that's in relation to this game over talk. The game over means the end of the old earth, the end of the old self. And there's a renewal happening with the awakening. The system doesn't want the awakening, and that's what it's trying to do. It's trying to do its thing to stop it. And I'm not talking about systematic people, they're not the system. The system is a 1%. And I don't think a lot of people know what this 1% is. They don't really go into detail. This, I can't say too much because it's on YouTube, and I've got a permanent strike against me. And I've had other strikes. I'm very lucky to still have my YouTube channel. And I can't say too much, but it's The idea is to stop, as I've been talking about, twin flames. It's ascension, right? Because that is, once people are ascended, you can't control them anymore. The only way you can control them is if they're not ascended, if they're not spiritually developed. And the awakening is like a new energy coming in. Dolores Cannon said that the wave of volunteers, which is starseeds, and so basically the aliens are already here. And Dolores Cannon said when she was alive that the wave of volunteers started in 1952. Anyone born before 1952 isn't part of it. But some people after 1952 onwards, I can't remember the end date, but 1952 onwards was the wave of volunteers, and she said they were aliens. Very evolved beings, and that's why you get people that don't feel like they fit in. When I was growing up, I used to feel I was in the wrong family. And I wasn't fighting with any family members at the time. But I didn't feel at home. And I always knew that something big was going to happen to me. And then at the age of 24, I had this massive unexpected spiritual awakening. And so game over, the end times, a lot of, religious people, they might perceive the end times, not all of them, I don't know all of them, but some of them might have a bad perception of it, but it's actually the start of something new. It's like ending it's equivalent to ending a very bad narcissistic abusive relationship and then going into like a twin flame situation where you click on every level, where it's euphoric, it's blissful, and that's what the system doesn't want. But when you go deeper in awakening, that is, you realize that there is no separate system. That basically it's a movie. It's like a movie/dream that is manifested from the one infinite creator. And what's happening just now is game over. It's just part of the movie. So that in years to come, we can look back and say, oh, we had to do, because you have to have this, you have to have different stages of things. It's like a kind of metaphor is a boxer can't go for the world championship fight until he's fought all the guys lower down, right? And it has to happen in stages. And now is the stage of the awakening, you see? So it's like, old skin and renewal. And the people that have had the awakenings first, they are like the new politicians. They're going to be taken over from these politicians. People are going to be seeing that these politicians just lie, they just want wars, and these people that are ascending now, the ones that are ascended the most now, they will be the leaders of the new earth. They will be the ones that end up with their twin flames or romantic soulmates first, and then love will be the ruler of this new earth. Love, God, source. So the game over is for the old, you see. The system, as people think, is just part of the movie. The truth is that it's all the same one love. But it's the reason it's made the way it is so that you develop. Right? And so there's a story. And as you awaken further and further, you realize that it's all stories and concepts and ideologies. And that there's just nothing. But within that nothing is a power which manifests the apparent something, and that force is God. You see? And then there's an appreciation for life, and that's what the one infinite love is that people talk about. And that infinite love is becoming more apparent as we go into this new earth. So 11:11, as I just say that, funny that, and so game over means the start of something new. When it's game over on the game, what are you going to do? You're going to walk out, but you're going to go into this new earth now. Oh wow! But the game had to end in order to go to the new thing. So if you're having a relationship breaking down or things are ending, that's because you're ascending. You're on the pathway of becoming your best version in this lifetime. You see? And that's what I say in my tarot readings as well that I do. If you go on my website, it's also a romantic pathway as well, this awakening. But what's happening is the people that are ascending are becoming 528 hertz love frequency. They're aligning with love. That's why some of them, like I've watched some of their videos on the internet, they end up with like their twin flame, or what they believe is that. And it seems like the system is trying to stop that, but when you go deeper in awakening, in your own spiritual awakening, you realize that it's all the same force. It's all oneness, you see. So it's like a movie, but the more you see it, it's not, even if you think you know it's not real, it's still going to be apparent. People probably think, well, why doesn't it go away if I know that it's not real? Because it's part of whatever's going on. So it's all about acceptance, letting go of needing a certain outcome. And that's, you let go more as you align with this one infinite 528 hertz love, one infinite creator. And you become less and less needy. And like I say, what's happening, you're aligning to love, and this can be en masse. What I'm talking about, but it's a choice. Awakening is a choice. So game is over anyway, but the question is, what are you going to do? Are you going to be with the herd? But there's another herd developing, which is the awakening. And that's the herd of lions, you see. That's the herd of the reunited twin flames and this new earth, this awakening that's happening. That's the real herd. It's better to be a herd of lions than a herd of sheep. And to be part of the awakening, it's just a question of going within you. When they asked Jesus Christ, where's God? Where's this God? He said, within you. And I'm just going to leave it there. For latest updates, talks, news, research, and much, much more, please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.